do quite a lot of stunt work, wire work on this film?
Yeah, it's a shame you had to see it that bit, because it's slightly humiliating hanging on a rope an inch off the ground when they're doing a close-up, but there we are. We do a lot of it. I mean, it's amazing how much of the big action sequences are done without you, and then they shoot mid and close shots of you and slot you in, really. And but you know, a lot of it's very dangerous. Some of the car crash stuff, that obviously we're never anywhere near that. And but we've been hung off things and thrown off things, and yeah, there's been quite a lot of rough and tumble. Yeah.
Any particularly hairy moments? Michael Bay is sort of renowned for putting his actors in hairy situations.
In extreme peril, yeah. We end up hanging off this great big letter R on the side of a 70-story building. And it falls, and it begins to fall. And as it falls down, it falls into a series of scaffolding nets. And the last part of that is when Scarlett and I are thrown from the R and we land in this net. And it was nylon rope net, and we had to jump like maybe 10, 12 feet into it. So it had no give, and there was just scaffolding about it. It was really an example of what not to do in a film. We were in a hurry, we were losing the light. Just do it, and we had no idea what we were doing. We jumped into this net with no give, and it was extraordinarily painful.
That was the craziest mess I ever seen. I know Jesus loves you. Good.
I expect it to have a lot of action, being a Michael Bay film.
It is, but it's a very, very slow build. It's a little different than my other movies.
I like the story. I like the exploration of human cloning and the idea of people having clones made of themselves for essentially for spare parts. If they need kidneys or lungs or any organs, then they can take them from their clone. I like the idea of it. I hadn't thought about that, and it kind of makes, in a way, it makes perfect sense, you know. So, but it was an interesting. So it's basically the story, yeah.
Tell us a bit about your character.
I play Lincoln Six Echo, and I also play Tom Lincoln, Tom Lincoln's the real guy, and he plays. He's a boat designer and a very well-off, kind of fancy, lonely, sick man. He has liver disease and he's going to die. And I also play his clone, Lincoln Six Echo, who the story follows, if you like, and whose best friend is Jordan 2 Delta, who's played by Scarlett Johansson. And we don't realise that we're clones to begin with, and then I discover that, in fact, I think I know what's going on in this facility, and we break out, we find a way out, and we go on the run, and that's the story.
Well, we're here we're sitting around, we're hanging around. You do a lot of this on the set. This trailer's squeaky, but you have a good trailer, right? You have a big trailer.
I have a good trailer. I just didn't want you to think there was someone squeaking around in my trailer, that's all. Trailers rockin', don't come knocking, isn't that what they say?
There are many among us who feel that life is but a joke, but you